Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session. Um, as usual, on Sundays, we meet and we talk about health. And today is an exceptional day because you're talking about men health. And like we always say, our women are most welcome to this session because they can carry the message back to the men at home. And as we say, information is power. And when you go to the field, you meet both men and women, and this kind of information will definitely be helpful for you in your business and also in your life. So my name's Fred Gishuki, for those who don't know me, if there are any guests on the call. Fred is an entrepreneur with NEOLIFE International. Joined NEOLIFE to make money. I was told, come in and you'll make a lot of money. At the time, I was a young man in my 20s and I was looking for an extra income. And a stranger approached me, told me there's something you can do part-time, which can give you an extra income. I joined immediately. When I got into NEOLIFE, I found that there was more than money to be made. There was matters health. I didn't come in because of health, but when I came in, I found that there was the health benefit to NEOLIFE. And what happened to me is that I was in this situation, or rather we were as a family, where my parents were suffering in terms of health. My dad had ulcers, my mom had high blood pressure. They used the NEOLIFE products and we were able to manage those two conditions. That gave me a lot of confidence and a lot of excitement. I went to the field, built a very big business, finally retired into the business to do it on a full-time basis. Before the age of 30, I'd already retired into my own business. And NEOLIFE has given me so many benefits. If it's the money is good. Today I'm married with 4 kids. I can tell you I met my wife through NEOLIFE. She was my client and I like saying I upgraded her to become my wife. And these kids depend on NEOLIFE. I mean, everything I do, it's NEOLIFE. My wife retired also into NEOLIFE, so we do it together as a team. So it's a fantastic opportunity. It's an opportunity that has given us incredible lifestyle. Every year we travel with my wife, courtesy of NEOLIFE. We've been to America twice. We've been to Mexico, Mauritius, South Africa several times, Nigeria, so many countries. And every year the company gives us a free honeymoon to just go and enjoy ourselves. So if you're here and you're a guest and probably you're looking at the health side of it, you want to know more about our health products, you're most welcome. If you're here and probably you're looking for something that you can do part-time to give you an extra income, then you're the right place, because this is an opportunity that if you grab it and you take it as a side hustle, it can make a distinct difference in your life. And today we are here to talk about men health. And we have a very special guest speaker who is one of our president's team members in NEOLIFE. We'll be sharing a little bit later about his experience and his journey with NEOLIFE, and especially as far as our products are concerned. And that is going to happen later. But first, I want us to look at men health. The reason why I decided to do this session is the other day I did a session for women health. And we talked about fertility for women, and the women were very excited, but I got many comments that why can't you do something for the boy child? And I said, why not indeed? Why shouldn't we do something for the men? And that's why we put together this session so that we as men can meet and talk a little bit about what bothers us in terms of health and also other issues that may affect us. And the issue here is fertility for men, because for you to get a child or for you to conceive, for a couple to conceive, then it's a two-sided thing. It's not just the lady, but the man is also involved, and critically so. And what I've found anytime that I've talked to a couple that is trying to get a child is that the men usually assume the lady has a problem. But when they go to the doctor and they are tested, they find that even the men themselves have issues. I remember a case, not even a case, a couple of cases where the men have gone and they have been told, oh, you know, you're the one who has a low sperm count. That's why you're not able to conceive. And I mean, all along they had thought the lady had a problem, but then it was the man who had a problem. So today we want to look at fertility for men, and just see how can we be able to, as men, function the way God intended us to function. And we are going to start off by just looking at what is fertility. What is fertility, and what does it mean for men? And here we are looking at a situation whereby fertility is defined as the ability for a man to cause a pregnancy within a period of about a year, where they've been having sex without any kind of protection. And for us to really get to know all that, for men, when you see a man is infertile or a man cannot get children, what is usually the problem? The problem usually lies in the sperms. And the man may have a problem as far as the sperms are concerned. And when you come to that part of life, then we talk about the count, the motility of the sperms. The shape of the sperms is also very, very important. And sperm production usually occurs in the testicles, takes about 74 days. Then you find that when the man is excited, then the sperm is released and it travels and it's meant to go, and it actually has to swim and reach a point whereby it fertilizes the egg. Now, a few facts about this is that male fertility declines with age, but more slowly than women. And the most fertile age for a man is before he turns 40. And sperm motility and sperm count and shape decreases by 50% after the age of 50. So these are pointers that actually shows you what can affect sperm production and that kind of thing. Now, when you go ahead and look at some of the factors which can affect production of sperms for the man, you find that you must produce a healthy sperm initially. This involves the growth and formation of the male reproductive organs, and this happens at puberty. Now, for some people, it may not happen as smoothly as that, and we are going to see why that is the case. Now, at least one of the testicles must be functioning correctly, and your body must produce testosterone and other hormones to trigger and maintain sperm production. The sperms have to be carried into the semen, and once it is produced, it has to be carried into the semen, and then it swims, and it's actually transported down, and it's ejaculated out of the penis. Now, there needs to be enough sperm in the semen for one to be able to fertilize the egg. And here we are looking at the figures, the number of sperms that should be there in the eggs. A low sperm count is fewer than 15 million sperms per millimeter of semen, or fewer than 39 million per ejaculate. Now, this is a very serious issue. Again, being in the field and being in your life for a long time, I've encountered many different cases. And one of the main cases that happens with men is that we have a low sperm count. And this can be caused by various factors, which you're going to look at. And especially if you're a smoker, if you are not having a very good diet, if you're under stress, these are some of the factors, but you're going to go into them a little bit deeper, that actually lower the amount of sperms that you produce. And when you're not producing enough sperms, then it means that you'll not be able to fertilize those eggs, and then you'll not be able to get children. Now, sperms must be functional to be able to move. The movement is what we are calling motility. If the movement, motility, or function of your sperm is abnormal, then the sperm may not be able to reach or penetrate the egg. So these are some of the issues that actually cause infertility for men. And we've just summarized them. Number one is low sperm production, abnormal sperm function, blockages that prevent the delivery of sperm, illnesses, injuries, chronic health problems, and lifestyle choices. So these are just a few of the things that can actually cause a low sperm count for men. And if you look at all of them, you find that low sperm production, we are going to tackle that in a minute. Abnormal sperm function, we'll also look at that. Blockages, this can occur because of injuries and the likes. Disease will also cause that, especially STDs, which are not taken care of, and other chronic health problems. And last but not least is the lifestyle choices. Now, what are some of the risk factors, or what are some of the things that will actually cause a man to have a low sperm count? I mentioned earlier, smoking is one of them. It ranks high up there on the list. Then we talk about alcohol usage is not good for that issue. Drugs, being overweight, past and present infections, being exposed to toxins, overheating the testicles. Now, this occurs especially if you are driving for long distances, if you're on a truck and you're seated the journey and you're actually driving a long distance, this can actually occur, which can interfere with the sperm production. Having experienced trauma to the testicles. Now, men, we are prone to playing football, playing sports, riding bicycles, sometimes physical fights. These are some things that can actually cause trauma in the testicles and interfere with that. Vasectomy or major abdominal pelvic surgery, history of undescended testicles, being born with a fertility disorder coming from your family line, certain medical conditions like tumors, sickle cell disease, taking certain medications can also interfere with the sperm production. Now, other issues could be stress in the relationship, difficulties, low libido, premature ejaculation. These are other issues that affect men. Expensive and involved reproductive techniques, which can also affect prostate cancer, testicular cancer. These are some of the things that actually will affect. Now, what are some of the preventative measures that you can use to protect yourself from getting to this condition? The first thing, of course, is don't smoke. Abstain from alcohol. I know it is easier said than done, but it is good to know that alcohol, by the way, if you're taking a beer once in a while, is not bad. But if you abuse it, then it actually messes you up. Steer clear of illicit drugs, eat a healthy diet. We are going to talk about diet in a few. Exercise, very, very important. Maintaining a healthy weight. Avoid getting a vasectomy, of course. Avoid things that lead to prolonged heat. Avoid driving for long distances without taking breaks. Reduce stress. Avoid exposure to pesticides and heavy metals and other toxins. Now, what are some of the natural solutions to infertility? Now, the first thing, of course, is cleanse your body. That's very, very important. When you cleanse your body, then your body organs starts functioning properly and everything starts functioning normally. Now, the other important thing is having a healthy diet. Yeah. Now, a healthy diet means a diet that has a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, reduce on junk food, reduce on refined sugars, and then drink a lot of pure, fresh water, which is very, very important to keep your fluids in your body up to par. And avoid such things as alcohol. Take it to a minimal. Now, then another important thing is getting plenty of sleep. I know most men, you go to bed and you're thinking, you're planning, you forget to sleep. It's important to sleep for a long period, at least 6 to 8 hours in a day, so that your body can be able to rejuvenate itself and your body starts functioning the way God intended it to function. When you don't sleep enough, then the stress appears, affects the normal functioning of the man. Then the other important thing for you to sort that one out is use of natural supplements and herbs. And that is where we come in as NEOLIFE, because NEOLIFE gives you a solution because you find that it is easier said that you eat a healthy diet. We all know that we rarely eat a healthy diet. We tend to eat because of taste rather than what is in the food. And again, even getting the food is not easy, the fresh food, especially when you're in Nairobi. And even when you get it from the shamba, the nutrients that were in the soil are no longer there. So you don't get the nutrients that you are supposed to get from eating the food itself. And that is when NEOLIFE comes in and gives us a solution. And the solution came in the form of this gentleman called Jerry Brasfield, who was suffering from asthma. He used NEOLIFE products, they worked for him. He then decided to do it as a business. He became a distributor, built a very big organization. He partnered with what we call the Scientific Advisory Board, led by a gentleman called Dr. Arthur Fast. And Dr. Arthur Fast came up with a board of doctors who do the research on the products and make sure the products are safe, they don't have a side effect. They provide solutions for most of the challenges that we undergo as human beings. And one key amongst them is male and female vitality. We have very unique products that basically help a man to function as a man. And they are products that actually sort out the issues that we've just looked at earlier on, and I'm going to go into it right now. And there you see a diagram that is just showing us the way we are eating, a diet that is full of a lot of fats and sugars, a lot of meat. Men love meat. I mean, if you tell a man he'll be having ugali and nyama choma every lunchtime, he's good to go. Fruits and vegetables, we really don't eat much of that. We believe hiyo ni our watoto na wagonjwa. So we don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. Whole grains when we can't avoid. And because you're not going to force somebody to change this pyramid from to the other side, then what do? How do you cover the gap? And because ideally your pyramid should be like the one on the right, where you eat very little fats and sugars, very little proteins. Actually, as far as meat is concerned, a quarter kilo of meat should be eaten by 12 men. That's how serious it is. But the truth is, men eat much more meat than that. And meat has so many negative side effects and is a major contributory factor to the problem of men not functioning as men. Fruits and vegetables, you are supposed to eat a lot of it, which is not the case, a lot of whole grains. Now, NEOLIFE gives you a solution whereby you can, if you can still continue eating on the way it is on the left, but you take a supplement that actually helps you to overturn your pyramid the right way up. And first on the line, as far as products that aid men to function as men, that help in male vitality, is TREANN. TREANN aids in cellular nutrition. The way TREANN works is that it is made of whole grains, and it actually helps your cells to function properly so that nutrients can get in and waste can get out. And the first thing that TREANN does is that it helps to deal with fatigue. And being a man, you're out there, you're working hard, you leave in the morning very early, you work until late, you come home, you find that you're so tired. But when you take a lot of TREANN, if you take enough TREANN, then your cells are able to burn the food that you ate yesterday, the nutrients, and you're able to really produce the energy. But in the evening, when you come home, you're still energetic and you can actually take care of other issues that you need to take care of as a man. So TREANN helps in feeding the cells. It increases cellular energy production. It optimizes membrane function. It balances the hormones. Very, very important. Because if your hormones are imbalanced, then you find that you will not only be unable to conceive, but you will also find that you might end up with a swollen prostate, which might lead to prostate cancer. And most importantly, it sorts out the issue of fatigue so that you can be functioning properly. Now, the next product is called carotenoid complex. Like the name suggests, carotenoid is made from different fruits and vegetables. If you take a 90 tablets pack of carotenoid, is equivalent to taking 115 kilos of raw fruits and vegetables. And when you take it for 20 days, you boost your immunity by 37% above normal. Now, benefits of carotenoid are many. it actually helps you to function properly, because carotenoid complex, by boosting your immunity, you find that when you are sick, you cannot function. And we just looked at it right there, that when you're unwell, you may not be able to function as a man. But when your immunity is high, then your body is able to deal with any small disease that comes your way. And you find that you're able to function fully at 100%. So carotenoid complex becomes very important for you. It also prevents you from getting cancer. It lowers inflammation in your body. So you find that you're able to avoid things like prostate cancer, swelling of the prostate, and that kind of thing. Now, another product that is very, very important, especially for men, is called omega-3 salmon oil. Now, omega-3 salmon oil has many benefits. Key amongst them is that it improves the sperm count. Yeah. Omega-3 oils are what are used by the body to produce the sperm. So you find that when you take omega-3 oils, it increases your sperm count. And we saw earlier that if you're not getting enough sperms, then you will not be able to fertilize the egg. So you'll not be able to get a child. So one of the key products that any couple that is trying to get a baby needs is actually omega-3 oils. Another benefit of it is that it improves your brain function, clarity of thought. It thins blood, prevents clots, helps in hormonal balance, deals with infertility for both men and women. Very good for arthritis, and lowers inflammation in your body by 68%. But for the men, the main part is the issue that concerns increasing the amount of sperms that you produce. Now, another very key product for men is called masculine herbal complex. Now, masculine herbal complex is our answer to what we would call, others call Viagra, because people have been known to buy things like Viagra and other products that actually help you to boost your libido. And those products have had, for some people, challenges, whereas they affect their health, because some of the ingredients they use are not 100% natural. But now when you come to masculine herbal complex has so many benefits, but one key benefit is that it helps to improve your libido. And it improves your physical vitality, so that now you can function as a man. And the good thing is that it's natural, it's biodegradable, it doesn't have any chemical with them in it, and it functions with your body. Another benefit of masculine herbal supports masculine vitality and prostate function. Again, it has saw palmetto, which promotes male vitality and also supports prostate health. And one thing that I learned about masculine herbal, and this is for the ladies, if you knew about this, you'd actually buy your man masculine herbal like every month. Masculine herbal actually helps. It has what we call celery seeds, which actually helps the man want to spend more time with the lady. So it's a product that you need to get for your man. It also helps to control the mood for the man, so that he doesn't have mood swings. But the men do have mood swings, especially when you are broke. So masculine herbal is a product that is a must. And if you want to avoid swelling of the prostate, it is recommended you take it at least once every 6 months. Once every 6 months, you take masculine herbal, so that your system can be functioning properly. Now, another key product for men is called Aloe Vera Plus. Now, Aloe Vera Plus, we talked about stress, making men not be able to function as men. And Aloe Vera Plus actually helps to control the amount of stress that the man is facing. Other benefits is that it soothes the digestive system, and helps to sort out issues related to stress and the digestive system. It is very good for preventing ulcers, and if you have ulcers, it helps to heal ulcers. It's one of the products that my dad used for sorting out his challenge as far as ulcers were concerned. It is very sweet and very yummy. I tell you, you can drink a whole bottle at once. Another thing about Aloe Vera Plus is that it is good for hangover. I know sometimes men, we are prone to go to the club and come home and you're a bit tipsy. If you take aloe vera plus, it actually undoes the damage that alcohol has been doing in your body, and it ensures you have a very good night's sleep. Yeah. So it has so many benefits that are attached to it, and it's actually highly recommended. Main thing in this case, it helps to reduce stress. It gives you a very good night's sleep. You stop feeling worked up, and you find that when you reduce stress, then you're able to function as a man. Again, if you want to kick habits like smoking and other things that drugs that you're trying to kick, then you take aloe vera plus. You'll find that it will help to reduce the stress and the craving that one feels that you want to light up or something like that. Next on the line is mind enhancement. Now, this is an amazing product. They say that sex begins in the mind. For you to function, it starts in the mind. And what you'll find is that in cases where people have suffered impotence, mind enhancement has herbs that actually helps to trigger it. And it's actually the main function in this case is that it boosts your libido. But another thing that it does is that it's very good for clear recall and the function of your mind. So it's highly recommended for that. Another very key product is called zinc, chelated zinc. Now, remember we said omega salmon helps to increase the amount of sperms that you're producing. But then you need to have these sperms strengthened so that they can be able to fertilize the egg. Otherwise, they'll be bouncing off and they'll not be able to do the job that they're supposed to do. For the sperms to fertilize that egg, you need zinc. And that's where chelated zinc comes in. And chelated zinc will strengthen the sperm so that it penetrates the egg at the end of the day. Another good thing about chelated zinc is that it helps to deal with a premature ejaculation. I know men, one of the challenges that men have is that you don't want to be reputed as the 1 minute man, that you only last 2 minutes and you're gone. When you take zinc, then you're able to last for the duration that you want to last. And then you're able to recover very fast. So it's a very, very good product. Another good thing about zinc is that it actually helps in controlling the amount of sugar in the body. It helps the pancreas to produce the insulin so that you deal with things to do with diabetes. It boosts your immunity. It deals with the respiratory conditions. And right now, because of corona, this is one of the nutrients that actually dismantles the virus. So it's a very, very important nutrient that for all men. And again, as you grow older, it prevents your muscles from wasting away. So zinc is something that you need to have in your house. I always have it in my house. My kids got to know that when you take zinc, you grow to your full potential as far as a man or a lady is concerned. And they always ask for zinc because I was just sharing with their mom that for one to get boobs and hips and nice figure and height and all these things and a beautiful skin, you need zinc. So they say, Daddy, this one you have to be buying for us every month. So it's something that I always buy every month for my family. And it helps me to deal with the colds. In fact, if you look at the syrups, the cough syrups, they have I think zinc sulfonate or something like that, which is a synthetic form of zinc. But when you take our zinc, it is natural, it is organic, and it does a lot. It will do a lot for you. So for normal growth and development of reproductive organs, you need zinc, normal prostate function, wound healing, and it also helps in healing ulcers together with aloe vera plus. So it's a major, major product. Now, CoQ10, these are new products, relatively new. It came the other day. And CoQ10 has been associated with proper functioning of organs in the body. Whether we are talking about healthy vision, cognitive health, muscle pains and soreness, but also your reproductive organs. For your reproductive organs to function properly, then you need enough CoQ10. Remember, CoQ10 actually depreciates by more than 50% in your body with age. So especially in a case of impotence or a case where somebody is struggling, both couples are trying to conceive and they are not able to, probably their organs in the body are not functioning properly. So CoQ10 comes in to sort out those reproductive organs so that now any kind of challenge that is there can be sorted out, and they can end up with a kid. So it normalizes the function of the reproductive organs. That's the main thing that CoQ10 will do for you in this program. NutriShake. Now, NutriShake is an essential, you need a whole protein to produce sperms, because the amino acids that you get from the NutriShake are the raw materials that the body will actually use to produce the sperm. So you need, and that is the NutriShake or the NEOLIFE shake. It gives you a protein drink with 22 amino acids. So in the case where somebody has been told, oh, you don't have sperms, you have 0 sperms, or you have a low sperm count, then probably you need to invest in NutriShake or NEOLIFE shake so that you can have the raw materials that the body will also use to produce the sperms. But NutriShake has so many other benefits, helps you to get lean muscle. It's good for dealing with allergies. It helps the body to produce antibodies which help to fight disease. So it has so many benefits other than the one that I've mentioned. Amidon. Now, this is again, it's about the amino acids. It actually supports muscle and protein retention, lean tissue development, efficient metabolism. It works in your sleep, and it helps in firming up the muscles. And in the case of erectile dysfunction, then this is a product that can actually help you where somebody is having a challenge of erectile dysfunction. Now, I know I've mentioned a couple of products, but you'll find that all these products will deal with certain areas. It doesn't mean that you have to take all of them at once, but the person who invited you will be able to guide you based on the challenge that you're going through. Then you can get an effective combination that will actually work for you. But it's good for me to go through all the products, and then the person who invited you will guide you on which one are most relevant depending on your condition. Now, the other product here that is very, very important is called vitamin E or wheat germ oil. In this program, what vitamin E does is that it normalizes the reproductive organs so that they function the way God intended them to function. It also helps in boosting the libido, and it helps you to function as a man. So this is a fantastic product. It is good for both men and women, not just men alone. So we have so many products. I've talked about the products that are involved as far as male fertility is concerned. But in NEOLIFE, we have so many other areas that we deal with other than fertility, whether it's arthritis, stress, weight loss, fitness, immunity, diabetes, hormonal imbalance, children's health. We have quite a number of areas that we look at, and we've been tackling these areas every Sunday. And we'll keep on looking at other areas that we can actually look at that can actually make a difference. Now, we are going to move to the next level. And here I want to introduce a very special guy. He's a guy who came into NEOLIFE, and he found us in the business, and he has done NEOLIFE in an exceptional manner. He has grown a huge business that has grown into different countries. And he's actually one of our president's team members. And he's a guy that I truly respect and who is doing a very, very good job in NEOLIFE. So without further ado, I want to invite Bwana Kariuki to just come up and share his story. He's an avid user of the products, and he will tell us whether he has used up the products that I've talked about, and what benefits has he gotten from the products and the business. So Bwana Kariuki, are you there?
I'm very much there, friend.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah, you could take it away.
Okay, thank you very much. You could drop the screen. All right. Yes, hi everyone, and welcome. My name is Josphat, as friend has mentioned. And thank you, Fred, for taking us through a session, a topic that is definitely avoided People are dying with their issues. But you and I, by virtue of being part of this opportunity, we are blessed to have helped so many of our friends. Now, I'll start by introducing myself. Kariuki Josphat is my name, for those who are here for your very first time. And I'm married to one lady, and I'm blessed with a family. You can see from my, no, it's not in this one. I thought I have put my family there on my profile, but it's not. 4 young children. Before this opportunity, I was a full-time lecturer in the university, precisely Catholic University of Eastern Africa. And my wife was a high school teacher teaching physics and mathematics. And we are talking of 11 years ago. That is when I first heard about NEOLIFE. If it's your first time to hear of this opportunity, you are not alone. I had never, ever heard of it. And I really thank God because by that time, we badly needed to change our lives. It is my wife who was more interested with the health at that moment. She was huge, you know, okay, do we use the word huge for ladies? She was horizontally blessed excessively. And so she knew she was a candidate of chronic issues, chronic diseases. For me, the major disease I had was the cancer of the pocket. And you know how dangerous that cancer is for every man. I was working so hard, but the harder I worked, the broker I became. And I was starting to wonder what could be wrong with me. But before I really talk about the financial benefits, because beneath what Fred has shared with us, there is a big opportunity that every single man must grab and run with. But who doesn't know that if your health is not very perfect, then even if you make all the money, you will not really enjoy that money. So I'll start by talking about products. And a friend tasked me to confirm that I use these products. And you know what? Surely, Fred, you cannot dare ask that if a gentleman is able to get 4 children in a span of 6 years, I mean, within 6 years, you have 4 children. Do you have to be told that that guy must be using masculine in herbal very religiously, and chelated zinc, and all these others? To be very honest, from the day I started this opportunity in 2010, there is no one single day that I skip using these products. At one point, I have found myself using so many, as if it is the only food that I'm eating in a day. I'm not telling you to eat them in that manner, but I just fell in love with this product so much that only one product have I not used. Only one out of all those around 100 different products. And that is feminine herbal. That is the only product I've not used because it is for ladies. Although because my background is science, I'm always tempted to try just to see what can happen, but I don't want to try so early. In my late years, trust me, in my late years, I will try to see what can happen. Nevertheless, from the day I joined, I have been using these products very religiously. My very first benefit came in when I started the business, and I used 2 key products. Later, I came to learn that they are the ones that helped me to do away with the migraine headache that I used to have. That is 3NN and Aloe Vera Plus that friend has talked about. You know, as men, because of the way we do so many things, we are hustling so much, you end up being so much stressed. And friend has mentioned that stress and functionality for a man, you know, they really don't marry. If you are stressed, then you are not going to really be very functional. And if you are not very functional, then you are really going to be stressed. So it's the egg and the chicken relationship. Now, I used to have migraine headaches, and I was always at the Nairobi hospital. I would spend there for many times in a year because of stress, although mine was coming from academics. You know, the way you work so hard academically and you get yourself very, very stressed. So in 2 weeks' time, that was a thing of the past. And I realized these products are very powerful. I haven't been using the products because of being sick. God has blessed me. I've not had any issue to do with those pressure, diabetes and joint problems, all those kind of things. I've not had any of them. But I decided that prevention is better than cure for me. You see, they say that a wise man will learn from other people's mistakes, but a foolish man will insist on learning from his own mistakes. I already know of so many people who are suffering from prostate cancer that hits men. I know of so many people who have come to me and they are like, you know what? I am really suffering. And for me, even if anyone comes, you know, in whatever the style, half clothes, I'm never moved. You know what I'm trying to say? Fred would say it better, but let me not go that direction. You don't want to be amongst such characters. You don't want to be among those people who have got the prostate cancer and the others. So I decided prevention is better than cure. And I am one of the greatest beneficiaries when it comes to the product. Now, I have used masculine herbal religiously once a year, at least once every year. Not because I have any challenge, but I don't want with the age, we've been told that by around 50 years, you might start experiencing problems. But I know of guys who have had problems in their 70s, and then they come back and they tell me that now they are having fun in football match. You know, it's very encouraging, right? So for me, I use the products that religiously to make sure that I don't ever get those challenges, even in years to come. I use Fertility every single day, daily. Trust me, for 11 straight years, not missing a single day that package of Fertility, TNN, Omega, carotenoid, and the others. Every evening, I take my zinc and calmag. And fortunately, we also have NEOLIFE tea that gives me a lot of energy. So my drink every single morning is NEOLIFE tea. So when you see Josphat perhaps never aging, I'm already in my 4th floor, and you can be sure even in my 8th floor, I will be as strong. I'm able to do my exercises so well. If I was not in this call, trust me, I would be in the field playing football with young men. I do it so perfectly well. And I'm already in the 4th floor going, moving forward. So I don't want to talk more about the products. I want to say that I have used them so much. And for that reason, my health is so perfect. And I would encourage every single man here, let us invest in these products. And it's not all about fertility, but you know that fertility is one of the things that can very easily make your self-esteem to go very low. You want to also talk when men are talking, you know, when they are having their private talk. You also want to contribute. Okay, so I thank God for the NEOLIFE products. Now, when it comes to the opportunity, you see, when you are healthy and you have that high self-esteem, you can be able now to build business. One thing that will make you not to go very far financially is your physique. How, how is your stamina as a man? Do you look sharp? Do you look fast? Do you look like you are going somewhere? You see, these products also give you a lot of energy so that you are able to influence even people to come your way. And I have seen this work for me in a very big way. So as I have been using the products, I've also been able to build a very, very big business. I really thank God for that. When I started, I was still a full-time lecturer in the university. And I was wondering, where will I get time from? Because I was too busy. And friends should have told us that when you are that busy, so busy that the entire day you're just running up and down, then when you are given some task, you will not be able to really undertake that task so well. I mean, because you are so tired. And I was that busy and tired. I didn't have time for my family. This is not the time where we leave even parenting to our ladies only. You want to be there. But for me, I was never there. I really feel that I wasted my initial years of bringing up my family. But nevertheless, for the last 11 years, it has been totally different. So anyway, though I didn't have much time, I decided, let me get started and I see what can happen. And you know what? By using the products, by bringing in other people who are also smart enough and they care enough to also use the products, I built a network of users. And those who didn't want to use, to join, to partner with the company, they would buy from me, and that is extra income. But from the network I have been building, I have seen myself move from the stresses I used to have. That time I was paying rent. I know you will agree with me that you don't feel man enough if you are always giving another man money every month in the name of rent. You want to also have your own home. And if you are a family man, you want to have a big home for your children and for your wife. But that time it was not the case. I was paying rent every single month. I was using Route 11. I would teach in the university so well, but then in the evening, with all the respect the students had given me, we would walk together to stage, like mifugo, like animals, on foot. And it was quite embarrassing. So I started desiring that I wanted to buy a car. And our dreams are valid. As long as you are alive, our dreams are valid. Never give up on your dreams. So I found myself building the business, and in 7 months' time, my wife had already resigned from TSC, so we started getting some time for our children. In 1 year's time, what the university was paying me, I was earning more than that here in my own business. So I'm getting that and I'm getting this, and life became quite nice. That is when I imported my first car. 2 years down the line, I had already built my own home in my own, piece of land. And 2 years, 11 months, I became a president team member. That simply means in a very bad month, the company pays you $500,000. Don't ask me how it feels to earn $500,000 every single month. Don't ask. It feels so nice. You see, initially the problem was my income would get finished and there is too much month remaining unfinished, and the salary is gone. But now the problem is the other way around. The month gets finished and there is too much money unfinished. That is a problem that I would wish every single man in this call gets. A very good problem. Even if you don't know how to save, you'll find the money saving itself in the bank, right? So today I'm in my second home. I'm living in my second home, and it feels very nice. We are not squeezed. Everyone has their own room around here, and we really bless God for that. Yet we started very small, where you are starting as a guest. Today, when I look at the machine I'm driving, with all humility, I'm not any better than any one of you. It's only that I've been there for longer than you. But when I look at that machine, the latest shape of a Land Cruiser, the one which bandara ya kuingia, unajua hiyo sio ya kuingia kujikoil, ati ndio uingie kama nyoka. Nila yenye unapanda, it feels very nice. And these are things that will happen to each one of us here. So when you have perfect health, you feel you are a total man. I mean, you really feel you are a man. And then now lifestyle is at another level. Ladies and gentlemen, you live full and you die empty. So I really want to encourage everyone who is in this call to take this opportunity very, very seriously, so that at whatever the age, we are excited to live a complete life and we inspire other men out there. This is not something just for you alone. Let us inspire other men so that they can come and we join hands and we change this country. It's very embarrassing to see even in the media, in some places, ladies are now digging graves, to bury people because even young men are no longer there. We want to change that kind of trend, and we want to make this country a better community. So I want to welcome everyone here on board. Today, I no longer even work for anyone. In 2015, I was able to fire my boss. Wow. Imagine in your 30s, early 30s, and you have fired your boss. You are your own boss. Guess what? Tomorrow is Monday. I can decide that I'll just be around with my children. Isn't that a sweet life? No one is going to force me to be where I don't want to be. So let us have that time freedom, financial freedom, and life will never be the same again. So I encourage everyone to join us. The future is very crazy, very bright. I mean, I have achieved all the dreams I had, all of them. I have now been forced to dream afresh, to dream bigger dreams. And my biggest dream is to help as many people to become successful as possible. And together we can do it. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, Fred, for the opportunity to participate in this call. It was really wonderful, and we need more of this, where we can come together as men and we sign up, we get to another level so that we are not just surviving, but we are literally living. Thank you so much, Fred, for the chance.
Fantastic, fantastic, Kariuki. As usual, you've done it in a very fantastic way. Friends, we have it. That takes us to the end of our session. Remember let's meet again next Sunday when we'll be discussing another issue about health. This recording will be available later today or tomorrow morning. Talk to the person who invited you. He can avail it to you in case you want to share it with somebody. Others, thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a fantastic evening, and thank you so much. Bye.